In today's video, Bitcoin is still in this uptrend. I want to talk about the levels that I'm watching to determine if Bitcoin is looking bullish or bearish. And I want as well talk about the exact signals I am watching to spot a reversal in the price of Bitcoin. I as well want to have a look at the S&P 500 and why we are seeing a unsustainable growth right now. I want to have a look at some metrics. And I want to have a quick talk about why fiat currencies are one of the worst stores of values right now. So guys, all about that in today's video. With that being said, my name is Jeroen. This is the Blockchain Today, the channel where you subscribe for daily crypto videos. And right now, let's jump into the content. Hello guys, and thanks for tuning back into the Blockchain Today. And let's start off with having a look at Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. And on the weekly time frame, it definitely looked like we have broken the market structure. We have broken the resistance that we have formed since approximately a year ago, June 2019. So that is definitely looking bullish for Bitcoin. And if we are going to the daily time frame and we bring up the moving averages, then we can see that tomorrow or the day after tomorrow we are going to see a golden cross in the Bitcoin chart. And a remarkable thing right here is that is the third golden cross in a row, right? We have a golden cross right here, a golden cross right there, and now we are forming the third golden cross. And the previous time we were entering the bull market, it was also at the third golden cross that Bitcoin never went below it, or we never saw a bearish cross again before we entered the bear market. So right here, we topped out right, we had the first golden cross right there, we had the second golden cross right here, and the third golden cross right there. And the first bearish cross we saw afterwards was when the bear market started, right? And if we have a look at the 4-hour time frame, then it's looking like Bitcoin is ranging within these levels, and the major or the support right here on the 4-hour time frame is at 9.2/9.3k, and the resistance is clearly at 10,000 US dollars. Might be a little bit below that because last time we got rejected below the 10,000 US dollar level. So these are as well the levels that I'm watching. Above us, the resistance is going to be at approximately 10k, and below us, the support is going to be at 9.2/9.3k. And when we have a look at the 1-hour time frame, then we could see that we had some bearish signs, right? The price was right here making a slight higher high, and in the RSI we were making a lower high. That is a bearish divergence. And we had a bearish divergence as well right here. The price was making a higher high right there. And here we had a high and a lower high in the RSI. So eventually that one played out. As you can see, we did saw some bearish price action. Afterwards, we get kind of a very small bullish divergence. Right here we have a low. We have a higher low right there. Technically, it is a higher low. And in the RSI, we made a lower and a lower low. So that is a bullish divergence. Shows that it might be the end of this bearish trend and that we are entering, or that we are getting some bullish momentum. And that is exactly what is happening right now. We do see some bullish momentum. Quite enthusiastic wick, I would say, right here. Bitcoin right now testing the 9.8k. And let's have a look at the volume that comes along with that. Okay, we do see an increase in volume, so that is actually quite nice. And guys, I surely want to say that it is not wise right now to bet against Bitcoin. I think Bitcoin is just looking bullish and is clearly in an uptrend. Let's just wait to bet against Bitcoin the moment when we are seeing clear reversal signs, right? So a clear reversal sign could be a bearish divergence on the daily time frame. Could look as follow. So if we have a look at the price, then the price could make a higher high right here, test the resistance. And if that results in a lower high in the RSI, then that would mean that we would have a bearish divergence, right? And that would definitely signal us that this might be the end of this uptrend and that we are going to see a reversal. So that is a sign that I'm watching to spot a reversal in the Bitcoin chart on the daily time frame. Then guys, I quickly want to mention the hash rate. We had a continuation of this drop, but right now we are already seeing a bounce and coming back up. We are approximately 30% of the all-time highs right here, but we were even lower right here. We were even like approximately 40% of the all-time highs, which is actually quite high. But yeah, right now we are already seeing a bounce. Then guys, I want to have a quick talk about this news article. The Dow surges more than 900 points in best day since early April amid hope for coronavirus vaccine. So right now investors, they are getting more confidence in the stock market. actually that is this news article saying. When we have a look, the Dow Jones Industrial Average had an increase of 3.9% and the S&P 500 gained 3.2%. That is quite a lot, guys, if we have a look at the stock market. So let's bring up the S&P 500. And guys, I want to quickly mention this chart because it is, in my opinion, just quite unhealthy what is happening here. And I just want to give a short explanation about what I think is happening. So right here we had this huge drop due to the coronavirus crisis, and yeah, right now we are seeing this huge bounce, which a lot of people are talking about a V-shaped recovery. So well, although it is very possible we are going to see a V-shaped recovery, it is not very healthy for the stock market, because the reason that we are seeing a V-shaped recovery most likely is due to this chart, and that is the assets of the Federal Reserve. And as we can see, since the past couple of months, this is just going parabolic. And this also shows that not only investors are buying stocks, but most likely the majority of the stocks are getting bought up by the Federal Reserve. So that means that this is as well a little bit a artificial price, right? Which can be actually quite dangerous for the economy as well. And for that I want to bring up this metric, and this is the Schiller PE ratio, and this shows whether a stock is overvalued or undervalued. So the reason why people are investing in companies and companies from the S&P 500 is due to their earnings. And the last months, a lot of companies, they had less earnings, or some had even zero earnings, or even had losses due to this coronavirus crisis. And right now we are at quite high levels, which means that stocks right now are quite overvalued if we compare it to the earnings the stocks have. And so this is actually a bearish sign, guys. The higher the overvaluation of certain stocks, the bigger the drop is that we are going to see. And here we have some examples, right? Black Tuesday right here and Black Monday right here. Yeah, and right now we are at quite overvalued levels. But yeah, like I said, the reason that we can have this uptrend and this strong bounce in the stock market most likely is due to the Federal Reserve buying up all the assets. And in an interview recently, Jerome Powell from the Federal Reserve as well said that they haven't used all their tools the Federal Reserve can use to stimulate the economy. So it is definitely possible that we are going to see some form of continuation of this bounce. But yeah, it is not going to be healthy, and it is a artificial bounce. And in history it has been proven multiple times that if you artificially pump up the stock market, and eventually there will come a time that the stock market will be drawn to their valuation, to their real valuation. And I think that is also going to happen sooner or later with the S&P 500 and the stock market right now. So what I'm basically saying is, yeah, we still can have this uptrend right here, although I do think it is less likely that this is very sustainable. I think it is more likely that we are going to reverse at some point and we are going to see lower levels. And an important level that the S&P 500 right now is approaching, that is the 200-day moving average, and it's going to be very interesting to see what the S&P 500 is going to do there. Are we going to get a rejection, or are we going to continue this uptrend? And in some videos I have been talking about why the US dollar is one of the worst stores of value. And yeah, we had a quick talk about Discord, that it is also interesting to see how that looks in the euro. And we have in the euro as well, we have a stock called the money supply, the M1. And if we have a look at the increase right here from 2008, the moment Bitcoin got born, and right now, then we had a increase of almost 2.5x. And that is just crazy in that amount of time, right? And everybody who has savings and is looking at this chart is definitely getting disappointed by the current monetary policies, right? Because this is just ridiculous that our medium of exchange is devaluating in such a high speed that even if you just would save for 10-15 years, you would lose a tremendous amount of value. And guys, that is also a dilemma right now, right? Because most of the people, they know that the value of their money is going down, the purchasing power is going down. But yeah, the stock market is also not that good, because we do see that companies have less earnings due to the economical situation that we are in right now. But the money has to go somewhere, right? So yeah, they prefer, of course, to not have their money stored in a bank. So when you store your money in the bank, then you have the certainty that you are going to lose value in it. So yeah, therefore people are searching for alternatives, and the solution to this problem is of course scarcity, and that is what Bitcoin is offering us. But okay guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please leave a thumbs up and let me know what you think is going to happen with the price of Bitcoin and what is going to happen with the stock markets. Do you think that we actually can see a V-shaped recovery, or do you think that we are going to see lower levels in the stock market? And do you think that investors, they are getting more confidence in the stock market again? Guys, let me know what you think down below in the comment section. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, then please do so. I'm uploading every day a new crypto video, and I will see you all tomorrow, and don't forget to hodl.